For the last example, we're asked to integrate cosine y dy over sine squared y plus sine y minus 6. So for this one, before we get started, I'm going to do a u substitution. I'm going to let u equal sine y. And if u is equal to sine y, then du is going to equal cosine y dy, which makes this numerator very convenient. So I could rewrite this as du over u squared plus u minus 6. That makes it a much simpler problem, and we can very easily factor that denominator. So I've got 1 over u plus 3 times u minus 2 du. So once again, I'm going to turn this into partial fractions. This one is a lot simpler than the previous example. So for this one, I have 1 over u plus 3 times u minus 2. Since these are both linear factors, I'll do a over the u plus 3 and then b over the u minus 2. Once again, multiply everything through by the common denominator. So that gives me 1 equals a times u minus 2 plus b times u plus 3. I'm going to let u equal 2 first. And if u equals 2, then 1 equals, the part here with the a is going to go to 0. It's going to give me 1 equals 5b. Oops. So b is 1/5. And then I'll do something similar and let u equal -3. That's going to eliminate the term here with the b. So I get 1 equals -5a. So a is -1/5. So with that, I can go ahead and rewrite. And now we're going to integrate these two partial fractions. So a is -1/5. So I've got -1/5. I'm going to integrate 1 over u plus 3 du. And then my +1/5 for the b, 1 over u minus 2 du. Okay. So in previous examples, I would put the fraction, or I would put the values of the a and b, even if they were fractions, on top of these partial fractions. Here I pulled them in front just to show them you can do them either way. It doesn't affect your answer in any way, shape, or form. Once again, when we integrate, we're going to have some natural logarithms. So we've got -1/5 times the natural log of the absolute value of u plus 3 plus 1/5 natural log of the absolute value of u minus 2. Because these are indefinite integrals, I do that plus c at the end. Now, we're almost done. Back here at the top, let me scroll back up. U is equal to sine y, so I need to go back and plug in for u. So that gives me -1/5 times the natural log of sine y plus 3 plus 1/5 times the natural log of the absolute value of sine y minus 2 plus c. And technically at this point you are done, so you could call it done. And I've said this before, but you could combine your logarithms if you wanted to. And in this case, it's a lot neater actually if you combine them. So I'll go ahead and do that really quickly. Since they both have the 1/5, I can keep the 1/5 in front of my natural log. Since there is a minus here in front of this first one, when I combine them, it'll go in the denominator. So I could rewrite this as 1/5, and then the natural log of the absolute value of sine y minus 2 over sine y plus 3 plus c. So you could write that as well. Both of them are equally